Start by placing down 2 double chests on top of each other, with one line of hoppers running into the back of those chests and another hopper on top. Place 4 hoppers pointing into that top hopper on one side and 3 on the other, so that the chests are centered. Place our azalea leaves in front. And then we come around to the back, place a temporary block and 2 more slabs. These are top slabs. Fill that in behind each hopper. Another temporary block with a top slab behind those, and a temporary block with a top slab pointing back on top of those slabs. Fill these in as well. We'll put our comparators in. These are going to take a signal from our beehive, and put redstone dust on top of all of the top slabs. Add another row of top slabs and a row of full blocks. These full blocks are going to help read the signal out of the beehives, and the blocks on top are going to help turn the dispensers on and off. Cover the top part here in redstone dust. Now the tricky part, putting our dispensers in. Sometimes when you place a dispenser it faces the wrong way, so just double check that the whole of the dispenser is pointing downwards. To do that, crouch and look right up at the top of the dispenser and place one against it. Place hoppers pointing into each of those dispensers at the front. Place a temporary block and place some glass surrounding our azalea leaves. And now we need to fill up each of these dispensers. We need every slot in the dispenser full. If you haven't gone and dug up enough glass, it's okay to just put a row of 7 glass bottles in each slot. I'm putting some shears in these last 2 so that we can get some honeycomb as well as some honey. We need to do the same thing with the hoppers as well. Now on day 1 you probably won't have enough glass to pop in here, but once you get enough glass you need to fill up the whole thing. If every slot is full, then it works perfectly. You can use Silk Touch to get your beehives, bee nests rather, or you can make your own beehives. Place them in at night against the blocks underneath the dispensers. And now we're going to simulate what will happen if we let it run for an hour. So we get honeycomb and honey, and we get around about 11 bottles of honey per hour and half a stack of honeycomb per hour from each nest. That's about 3 honey blocks. And we get the glass bottles back when we turn the honey into honey blocks. To get those glass bottles back into the system, often we'll design really noisy hopper minecart systems to place those bottles back in. But because this is a very quiet bee farm, I would recommend instead placing one hopper facing down and then hoppers facing into that hopper across the top, with a chest on top of that last hopper. What we're going to do is we're going to simulate the farm having been used for a little bit of time. We'll take 16 glass bottles out of each of those hoppers. Put glass bottles in the top, and you'll notice that these hoppers fill up with glass bottles. And the next hopper also fills up with glass bottles automatically as those glass bottles go across the line.